Welcome, everybody.
Oh, hello there.
We are here today, sans Calvin. He's not even going to be showing up late today. He actually has an appointment, a dentist appointment, so he's busy with that today. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Eric, Rick, how are you guys doing?
I'm hearing some chill music from somewhere.
It's for your headphones, Eric.
My headphones, I can't turn it off.
There it goes.
I'm good, Aaron. I am now clear. I don't have that distracting me.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
How are you, my friend?
Good.
Good.
We have been doing some celebration a little bit for 10 years of Blind Wave, which we've passed. So yay, congrats everybody.
Yep.
Hope you guys all enjoying that. And thank you guys for everyone who's been around for however long you've been around and being a part of that 10 years. Let's see what all happened with that. We had a Blind Wave moment video showing also the new Blind Wave shirt.
The new shirt. You got the shirt on?
I have it on. Look
Good.
at that. Oh.
Nice.
Which has a lot of quotes and stuff over the history of 10 years on it. And that's available over on our website right now. Today we also had an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video that went up.
Yep.
So if you've seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or if you haven't and you want to check out our reaction, it definitely is going to have some spoilers in it.
3.5 hours. Yeah.
But there's a lot there. It was really real fun. It's been, I mean, that was the first reaction series that we had on the channel.
We were actually able to add tags to it today. Did you know that YouTube has a limit of 5,000 characters in its description?
In its description for the you're talking about for the chapters.
Yeah, for the chapters, we added those chapter tags for people to make it easier to see the videos. And yeah, we definitely had to do some work. Jancy was able to crack that and get it under 5,000 characters.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's really cool. And then here in a little while, after podcast at like 6 o'clock our time, there is a video that I believe is set for a premiere, which is the Heatwave video. And I know a few of us plan to be in chat. I plan to be in chat. I think Calvin's trying to be in chat. I think Eric might be trying to be in chat.
Yeah, I'll be there.
So there's going to at least be some of us. I don't know who all will be there, but Ultra. Time to feel the heat. We'll have to talk about that maybe more after the video, maybe next week. You can talk about your experience with that, Eric. So
absolutely.
Super chat came in, said from Robo76, Rick, I want to say thank you. Through watching Roll with the Punches, you've inspired me to go to the gym. I have since lost 85 pounds and am now in great shape. You have changed my life. Thank you.
Hell yeah, Robo.
Good job, Robo.
Good job, Robo.
That is awesome.
Rick, you had streams this week, right?
Oh, God.
How's that been? I haven't gotten a chance to watch them. I've been busy all week.
Yeah. Well, I've prepared some clips to show you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I did not know this. Oh, so do I need audio? Okay, let me make sure I have my...
Let me get my notes here for my timestamp.
Turn on my headset here. I haven't gotten a chance to watch them. I've been busy
share
all
with
week.
you today. Well, I've prepared some clips to show you.
Oh,
right.
So for people who don't know, Rick was playing Resident Evil 4.
Yep.
Which is one like, is it your favorite or one of your favorite games?
It's my favorite game of all time.
But all month we've been having the crowd control with crew control, where you guys get to mess with us all April, where we're the fools. And I had Pokemon, which was a lot of fun, very hectic. Eric, after that, it had Zelda.
Yes, sir.
And so these are some clips from Rick playing Resident Evil 4 this week. I don't even know if you completed your task or not for the week.
I will answer that after the clips. And
sounds good to me. All right.
Maybe the clips will be a hint as to whether or not I was able to do that.
Let's see here. Make sure. I think I should be good for audio.
You ready?
I think so.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Should be pretty grouped up. Oh, not nearly grouped enough.
What?
So, it's a strange loading screen.
Yeah.
Chat turned everyone into chainsaw-wielding maniacs.
They're all chainsaw dudes.
So every single enemy that's in this
my
place
gosh!
is now...
Might be.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's impossible.
The chainsaw dudes.
You're stuck in such a such a small area.
And this is early in the game. I only have a pistol.
So many bullets to kill. and I have to get 2 keys from this place before I can open that door.
Oh, that's a good
This
spot.
might be impossible, but we're gonna give it the old college try.
Oh
I don't
my
think even
goodness.
giving me
Oh
infinite
my
health
goodness.
is gonna save me from the chainsaw dudes.
Dude, there's so many of them.
That's pretty rough.
And you're on a bridge.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over that bridge.
He's got to send it, I think, right?
A bit by shooting them in the face.
There's so many.
Get it.
Oh,
Now chat turned them invisible.
oh God, no.
Okay.
So that's the first clip. Now, I did it.
You made it through
Yeah.
that?
I made it. I did it. It took a while, but by God, I did it.
Okay. Jeez, man. Few seconds? Okay.
Okay. I need to find the time code anyway, so.
So was it a matter of just getting through it, like running past it, or?
Yeah. Just running past them, getting the 2 halves of the key, and then running to the gate that I could open. And once I'm through the gate, I'm fine.
Gotcha.
If I ever had to go back through that area, they would be there.
Ah, what?
Yeah.
What if you killed them slowly?
So if I kill them all, then they stay dead.
Okay.
And so later on, I had another situation where I had all of them. I don't know if you remember, Aaron, but in the castle with the flaming catapults,
Okay, vaguely.
they did it there.
Okay.
And so I could kill them and then leave that area, trigger a checkpoint, come back, and then kill another one and just rinse and repeat
Okay.
for the 24 or so. Yeah. But
Alex in Scotland says, I think chat was channeling all their pain over hint hunts.
they were relentless. Anytime I was in any sort of combat encounter, I was affected by something.
Makes sense.
Are you
you have a
ready,
sniper
Jake?
here.
All right, so this is when I have Ashley,
Gotta go back and save.
and they could affect me by slowing me down, which I'm slow here.
Okay.
And that slows every animation that Leon has. So firing, reloading, whatever.
Oh.
So here you're supposed to
Part in
catch
the castle
Ashley,
where we have
right?
to have
Like
Ashley do
you
the
can jump
crank.
down, but she can't jump down for the same height, so you have to catch her.
Where are you going, Leon?
Oh my gosh, you're so
Will
little.
be impossible. Oh, I have to catch her. Can I catch her while I'm small?
Can I catch her while I'm small?
Make sure in time.
Oh, you diddle.
Look how slow you are
I'm
too.
coming back. I forgot.
Where are you?
What's
Yeah.
slow? No, Ashley. Does that just mean she's not following?
Can't even look to
She
see
can't
where you
follow
are now.
because she's away from you.
Follow me. You're
But
over
it
here,
turns
right?
out,
Are you over
even
here?
small,
Oh,
can trigger the animation.
Oh shit! She just fell on the ground or
So
something.
she fell through the world, and I had to reload.
Oh my gosh!
Funny.
So yeah, that's about how my streams went. I did not succeed.
You did
I-
not succeed.
No,
okay.
I made it to the end of 3-2, and my goal was to make it to the end of 3-3.
Oh man. All right.
So I stopped at the garden maze with all the wolves, is as far as I got.
Okay. Well, I think chat went easy on Eric.
What?
What do you mean? What? I watched that one on Saturday. Some.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were fighting that Lionel. Oh,
Yeah,
you guys
for
keep
an
doing
hour.
this, and then
I can take
eventually
out
they-
Lionel in 30 seconds.
Then they stopped doing it, and I'm like, oh, all right, well. And then they just let you have the next one for free.
Let me. I beat them.
Yeah,
I
I mean-
defeated them. They
No.
couldn't stop me.
No. No. See, Miss Winter Soldier, there was so much guilt tripping from Eric.
Yeah, and
See?
it worked.
And
Yeah.
You
guys
shouldn't have
fell
relented.
for it.
And because she felt slighted, she took it out on me.
You gotta learn how to manipulate them. Whoa, that wasn't on the table?
Oh man. But all right, well then so far then we have one with Eric. Last one then is going to be Calvin.
Yep.
To see if he can complete what he does with the raft.
With raft, right?
Next week.
Next week. Calvin's not here right now.
Yeah.
He is taking care of something terrible that happened to him. That he's been, oh my God, he's been tormenting me all week.
Eric should have seen what we did to Rick in the barn fight.
Oh goodness.
So I don't have that clip ready,
Yeah.
but so you saw that they can make me small. They can also make me big. And it turns out, whether small or big, the game does not account to that when you change elevation via a ladder. And so what happened was I climbed it while huge, and I clipped outside of the world, kind of, and got to the point in the barn in its roof while fighting a boss, which was great because the boss couldn't reach me, and I could shoot the boss.
Huh. Okay.
Well, when I could shoot, and chat didn't take away my ability to shoot, which was near constant. But unfortunately, there was no way for me to get back down. So I could kill the boss, but I could not then go down and retrieve the eyeball from the boss.
Oh, no.
Gotcha.
So I had to reset
Dang.
and fight him all over again. And then when I did beat him, the game glitched, and I picked up the eye, but the game didn't register me picking up the eye. So I had to load it again and beat him again.
And Chad got mad at me for like saving in my game and resetting the game whenever things got like real crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was going to do the Elite Four. I'm like, I'm going to save before each one. You guys stop me. I'm going to go back to that save. There we go. And they're like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, oh.
At one point, there was a shrine because I had to do like 13 shrines, and there was a shrine that I was at. It's on a little island, and it's surrounded by briars, which all you gotta do is set on fire, and then you can get in the shrine.
Yeah.
But they started it raining as I was getting to the island, and then it rained for 30 minutes as I waited for it to go away. They just kept making it rain. I just left.
Good job. That's what I was hoping to see for the Lionel. And make you have to like vary yourself to some other like, here's these three. What other options do I have to look at?
No way. Once I got started on it, I was like, there's no way I'm leaving this without killing this Lionel.
Man,
I do that in regular gameplay. I ain't changing it for crew control.
But yeah, it'd be it's been fun with those. We also have Cuphead, which will be interesting. That's going to be myself and Eric playing through, and then Rick and Calvin playing through, and the whoever gets the furthest, whichever team, they will get an extra star point towards the Mario Party the next on that week, the last of the month. So as of right now, we need to expand the game a little bit. We'll have to see what happens with Calvin.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
we will see.
Tomorrow was originally going to be Valheim, but it's going to be Schedule 1. We shifted that a little bit. A few of us started playing that, and that's been a lot of fun. So we're going to try to do that here with crowd control. Eric hasn't played it at all, I know.
Not at all.
Calvin and I played it a little bit.
I was told not to look up anything.
Yeah, just your first time just kind of playing it is like, well, okay, what's going on here? Yep. It's pretty fun and crazy and ridiculous. So, yeah, there's going to be some things that you guys can do in that game as well. Jake, did you ever find the thing that you were looking for that one or no? Yeah, I have it. Okay, you can show that then, I guess, if you want to. There is a menu. We've made some menus for some of the things that you can look forward to. So there's a few things in the menu for Schedule 1 that you can see. I forget what all it is, but a lot of it's giving stuff. Sometimes you can take some things away. You can heal people, teleport them, stuff like that. I think most of it triggers on one of the individuals, but there's a lot of things you can do and manipulate in that game too. And that's going to be like all day tomorrow. We have like a long stream tomorrow.
All day, yeah.
Yeah. And next week is also a long stream, but that one's going to have more of us, more crew and people from behind the scenes and stuff joining in on Supermarket Together, I believe is what it's called. I've never played that one, so I'll be interested to see that one. Oh, skateboards.
In Supermarket Together, chat will be able to spawn in new customers, and those customers should be able to have their chat through Twitch show up on their above their character. So
yeah, I had that.
Should be able to have a lot of fun on Supermarket Together. It was on.
I had that during the TCG simulator. There's a few people that did that, and like when they would talk in chat, it would trigger them in the game too. So like Jake came up and at one point I was ringing him up. He's like, "Give me all the money in the register." I'm like, "No, like, take your stuff and go. Get out of here." So it'd be fun, I think, too, for that one.
That is also the case for Calvin's game of Raft. When you spawn in a shark, it will have your name on it.
Ooh, so you'll know who spawned in the sharks for the raft.
Yeah, so he'll get to see the sharks with their names above them while they harass him. So have fun spawning in sharks. Someone
says, so which player gets hit with crowd control tomorrow? Suggesting Aaron. It might be me. I have at least some decent time in the game. Kind of like when we played Risk of Rain last Friday.
Yeah.
Like, we gave Rick that one because he had a little bit more experience in the game for everything.
So it'll be you getting messed up, not me?
I mean, not to say that some things that I get aren't going to also mess with you.
All right, I'll make sure I won't do any emotional manipulation, chat. I won't. I'll encourage it, actually, this time. Didn't make up for what happened.
You're going to save all that for Cuphead.
Yeah, I'll save it all. Yeah, I'll save it all for Cuphead.
Please, I'm so bad at this game. I don't know what I'm doing or something. I've never played this before.
I did think about it would be funny to just show up during Cuphead and just take the biggest gummy I possibly could, just to fuck with Aaron.
You're like a handicap instead of like a help. But no, I'm looking forward to those. I had a lot of fun on the first week playing Pokemon and playing TCG Simulator. So the Fridays have been fun to play with the group. Deep Rock Galactic and Risk of Rain, but I'm looking forward to the next two as well. Let's do Revenge on Eric. See, there you go. But not on Cuphead. Don't revenge Eric.
Oh, you can revenge on
revenge
me.
Eric on
Do
Cuphead.
revenge on me.
Eric on Mario
Revenge
Party.
on me.
On Mario Party. Do the revenge there.
No.
That would be the good one to revenge on, okay? Just saying. We had another super chat that said, it was Ms. Gracie, said, which one of you had the most quotes
On the shirt.
Oh.
You know what? I don't know. I didn't ever count it. I guess.
I don't know if I have that information quickly.
I looked. Yeah, I don't think we have it listed anywhere. So
I could count them on Aaron's shirt if it was in front of me.
But I mean, it's on me. It's over here. It's in front of me.
Oh yeah, I guess I could look it up at blindwave.com, where you can purchase said shirt.
Someone else, let me know.
Blindwave.com/shop.
Count them all up.
Blindwave.com.
Who has what? But I forget what quotes are. Sometimes I forget which quotes are whose. Honestly, every once in a while I'm like, wait, who said this one?
I would guess Calvin. Would be my guess.
Sure. Maybe.
And some of them are shared.
Yeah.
Such as Kicker.
Kicker.
Kick her. No, don't kick her. Why are you kicking her? Leave was Calvin, yeah. On the video, I think it has like all the quotes on there, so you can go and like tally them up from that. That's the easiest way.
Somebody can get on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I don't know the answer for that one.
But thank you, Miz, for the super chat.
I thought I saw something else too, and I wanted to. Oh yeah, I guess we can talk about. Apparently, a lot of people are asking if we're gonna react to a trailer.
The Fantastic Four trailer?
Yeah.
Yes, we did, and it will be up later tonight.
Did we?
I believe.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, you're wanting to do that thing where you don't tell people
Tell me what?
that we reacted to the trailer?
What trailer?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, I've never heard of it. Wait, is that the one with the big rock guy
It is.
and the stretchy dude
Not The Rock, though.
and the fire guy?
Mhm.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Produced by Roger Corman.
You said all that and didn't say Invisible Girl.
Yeah, so yeah. Invisible Woman? Invisible Girl? Invisible Woman?
Man, I don't know. Put me
Isn't
on the spot
woman-
now? Shield
Pretty sure
Lady.
it's woman.
Yeah, it's Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. Because Invisible Man was taken.
Gotcha.
Was it?
Yeah, that's an H.G. Wells book.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So, we also had, if you're waiting on Captain America, you guys should have that before too long, hopefully. It just depends how fast we can get it, like, edited and up and everything. So, but,
Yep,
got
it's
to watch
not
the
going
movie.
on early access. It'll just go up on the channel whenever it's ready.
So, it was a lot of fun to watch. Enjoyed it.
Mhm.
If you guys are looking for that, I know I had some questions about that when it was being released, so. But I've seen a lot more for trailers today. Trying to think if there's anything else that I was missing. I know that there was one thing that we were wanting to do, but I don't know if we want to do it with Calvin not here. I know the verses or
Oh, yeah, the list of cryptids.
the cryptid thing.
I mean, I don't know if we want to have...
Combat?
Yeah. I do have a list here. All 50 United States have a cryptid associated with them. So if you had a favorite state and you wanted to see which one could fight the other with their cryptid as a champion, we could do that. But I'm not. How do we select which states to put up against what? What?
Remember, we have to make a bracket, and we have to
Make a
randomize
bracket.
it. Like, that's the only...
Sure.
Unless they're coming in with seeds.
Seeds?
Yeah, and like we could say each state for its admission into the union. And do it that way.
Oh, Dababa says Puerto Rico has one. What's Puerto Rico's?
I don't know. Is it Dababa?
Is that a cryptid? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Is that where the name comes from?
It is not on this list.
Chupacabra is already... It's Texas's, right?
That's Texas. Yep.
So I guess they share.
Wait, the Chupacabra is from Puerto Rico? I always thought it was from Mexico. I don't know where its origin comes from. Let's see. The myth initially emerged in Puerto Rico in the 1990s, but has spread throughout Latin America and beyond, says my AI.
Man.
The primary cryptid associated with Puerto Rico is the Chupacabra. Spanish for... Does anyone know?
I'm going to go with the creature.
I'm gonna go with the Beastie Boy.
Do I get an answer?
I heard yours, Jake. You were right. I knew Eric didn't hear it.
Of course, he's on the wrong side.
Goat sucker.
Oh, I knew that, actually.
Yeah.
Goat sucker.
Because it's known
gotcha.
for like draining livestock and stuff of like its blood.
That's right.
So
Sucking on goats. Is it exclusively goats, or does it suck other things?
no, I think it sucks on like just livestock, but it's known for mainly
It
going
prefers
after
goats?
Yeah, but I think it is suck on whatever it can, I guess.
Oh, suck anything it can. But
Anything it can,
if it has a choice, it goes goat every time.
Yeah, it'd go for the goat, and then if there's no goat,
Okay.
then it will pick something else to suck.
So it would suck Wayne Gretzky?
If there's no goats. Wait.
That's what I'm saying.
Is there an animal goat next to Wayne Gretzky?
Exactly. Who does it choose?
The goat.
You think? You're probably right.
Is the goat a really good goat? Like, is it a goat of goats?
Is it like a prize winner
Dude,
at a fair?
a goat? Yeah, like it won first prize.
It got the blue ribbon?
That's the goat of goats.
I do appreciate that Superpower Wiki has all the cryptids on it.
Super powered wiki.
Mm-hmm.
See, if that's the case, then Texas needs a new one. Can't just be stealing
Sure.
Puerto Rico's cryptid.
I mean, it can drink blood, obviously, but it can camouflage. It has claw retraction, enhanced agility, enhanced bite, enhanced leap, hypnosis, and spike protrusion.
Spike protrusion.
Mm-hmm.
Can it only hypnotize goats? Like George Clooney?
Wait,
Let's see.
you said hypnotize?
Yeah. It might only be goats.
Like, it's like Squirrel Girl,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Well, or Crocodile Dundee,
What?
right?
He can hypnotize crocodiles?
He can hypnotize animals.
It might also be an alien.
I mean, that's probably most cryptids, right? Like,
No,
if
come on.
Mothman's real, he's probably an
No,
alien.
that's West Virginia, born and raised.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a mutant.
No, the whole point
Or it's an
is
alien.
it's from these states.
Well, that's where they. Yeah, but like, where's Clark Kent from? Where's Superman
He's
from?
not a cryptid.
Eric?
They're not cryptid.
Where's he from?
Krypton.
There could
Exactly.
be radiation involved.
But he's from Kansas.
I don't like that. I like my cryptids like Earth based.
So they're not aliens.
I don't think so. What the hell? They don't know anything. Superpower Wiki.
They don't know anything. This has Texas as a home to a variety of cryptids or creatures that have been claimed to exist, but not scientifically proven, such as Beast of Bear Creek. This is a Native American shaman who could transform into a large wolf-like creature.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not the I don't know. It's a wolf-like creature. Bear King of Marble Falls, a local legend about a bear man who ruled over the bears in the area.
Oh shit, there's a cryptid wiki now too. Cool.
Ooh, thunderbirds, Eric. Large unknown birds that don't fit any known species.
Yeah, that's what the American Magical World School is named after.
Wumpus cat.
Wumpus?
Wumpus cat.
Wumpus.
It's a large cat-like creature. I want to know more about Wumpus cat. It's just a big cat, man. That's boring.
They have 4 front legs, Aaron.
What do you mean 4 front legs?
That's a lot of swiping, man.
Oh man, it does.
Those
It's like a centaur. Like you know how like a centaur has the 4 horse legs and then 2 human arms?
Yeah.
It has 4 legs and then like 2 more up front. Okay, that's a little cooler.
I can see it on Jake's screen.
Yeah. All right. Dude, we should use Wumpus cat for Texas. That one's cool. I like Wumpus cat. Eric, look up your superhero wiki for Wumpus cat.
It's WAMPUS.
They have human-like creatures with
I
wolf
got it.
features. There's werewolves, some kind of Bigfoot dude, Lake Worth monster, a goat man-like creature with horns, red eyes, and a hairy appearance. They're saying we gotta give Texas something. I think we give it Wumpus cat. Have Wumpus cat fight.
I mean, it has its applications are apex predator, killing mastery, supernatural climbing, enhanced strength, and multiple legs.
Okay, so like just a real good cat.
It's a cat with more
Legs.
claws than normal
And quite large.
and quite large. No hypnotism.
What about Hodag? What's a Hodag? Hodag. A fearsome critter resembling a large bull-horned
Oh, wow.
carnivore with a row of thick curved spines down its back.
Unnatural size, supernatural condition. I don't know what that means. Spike protrusion, powerful bite, horn protrusion, and fear inducement.
What do you mean you don't know what that means?
Supernatural condition.
Yeah, he has like real good hair.
Conditioner. A state of possessing supernatural overall capabilities and
Oh.
attributes.
Wait, is he hairy or is he a lizard?
Looks hairy.
In this, it looks like he has some hair.
Like in this thing
And-
I'm looking at, he
and
looks
a lizard.
hairy. In this spot, he's more green. Hodag tears. Make the world's best lemonade. Unfortunately, the Hodag never cries. Wait, what?
While powerful, it says while powerful, it is treated as a type of exotic animal, thus can be killed by mortal means. Some of
Oh.
these can't be killed by mortal means.
True. Can't take a gun to the Mothman.
Why not? Wait, why can't you take a gun to the
can
Mothman?
see-
Because he's not in this like dimension.
Yeah.
Because he's an alien?
No.
What?
It's because he's a mountaineer. He has survival skills. Live in the Appalachian Mountains.
So do we need to like finalize what these creatures are, and then like do we have a final list of what those should be?
I mean, I have a list associating them with the states, but I don't have a bracket or anything created. Unless there's just a bracket out there of all 50 states. I suppose that's probably been made before. Some of the names are really fun, though. Snallygaster.
That sounds awful. Sounds disgusting.
Just this one is just Tennessee Wildman. That's just a wild dude, you know?
Just so wow, man.
I just found there is a U.S. states bracket fight, so we could just use that.
Okay. Sounds good.
But then you have to put people into the bracket, or cryptids into the bracket.
So upper left was Michigan, and who was Michigan against?
Oh, so your bracket already has like, it has the states already listed, so we just pair randomly those states together. So that's Michigan and what? Is that West? That's Kentucky, right? In the top left, is that what that is? Dude, we have to play that. Who's that state?
You do.
Michigan and Kentucky.
It's like who's that Pokemon? But I think that's Kentucky.
Yeah. So Michigan is the one we were just talking about, right? The
Yeah.
Hoag?
Well, no, Michigan is the Michigan Dogman.
Michigan
is
dog
what's
man.
listed here. Against Kentucky's the Kelly Little Green Men. That might be aliens.
You said these weren't aliens, Eric. I think you're making this up as you go.
Well, okay, let's see. The Michigan Dogman. I want to see what they can do. Described as a 7-foot-tall, blue-eyed or amber-eyed, bipedal canine-like animal with the torso of a man and a fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream. According to legend, they appear in a 10-year cycle that falls on years ending in 7 and can be deterred by clapping loudly.
Okay.
Okay? They have a weakness,
Okay.
So it's a knoll, basically,
I suppose.
but
Scared away from loud clapping noises.
loud clapping. Can the little green men clap? Do they have hands?
Yeah, what are these little green men?
Well, let's see here. The Kelly Hopkinsville encounter, known as the Goblin Case or the Green Men Case, claims of a close encounter with extraterrestrial beings that occurred near the communities of Kelly and Hopkinsville in Kentucky. They regard as the most significant and well-documented cases the history of the UFO incidents.
Okay.
Skeptics maintain there's no actual physical evidence. But in terms of what they can do, I mean, I don't know if we. Ooh, okay.
Well, I mean, if they're extraterrestrials and they got here, they're at least capable of space travel.
Either faster than light travel or wormholes, maybe.
Yep. So I'm gonna guess that they can clap.
Yeah, I have one question. Can they clap?
Or, well, one, can they clap? And two, can they recognize quick enough that clapping is going to work?
I don't think if a dog man was coming at me, I'd ever think to clap. I'd have to look it up.
Are these two things like they're just in the wild and they come across each other and they have to fight?
Yeah.
There's no like prep time. They don't know each other.
Yep. It's time for a death battle. Yeah.
Death battle kind of
Yeah.
style. Okay. Well, I mean, there's multiple green men,
There are.
right?
Do they get their transport or are they just men? Because the dog man's not getting any like vehicles, you know?
Well, would they have like a ray gun on them if they're an alien?
This rendered picture has no gun. So I'm going to say no. They're also quite small, whereas the dog man was
7 feet tall.
7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So they have the
7
reach
feet
advantage too.
But you know what? They might be faster. They might see them coming easier too.
Well, not all of them have a cryptid wiki thing. This one is just the Wikipedia article of the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter. But if we can find it, everybody can, there's no official way of doing this. If you find things, we can add it to our list of attributes.
You know what? I also want to start a poll on Twitch here of, let's see what we got. The Michigan Dogman versus Kentucky Little Green Men, right?
Yeah. I'm going to say that the little green men have encountered things on other planets that are more terrifying than a 7-foot tall bipedal dog.
It might depend on how prevalent life is. What if we're the first they found and they get here and it's Dogman?
Dogman. So they just got here, don't know anything about here?
I mean, you have to.
Their first
I don't
adventure?
know. I might be able to grant that.
How little of Little Green Men are they,
Dogman
you know?
has evasion, superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman endurance, enhanced senses, sharp teeth, claws, and stealth.
Because I would say like a human with a gun could probably take it.
But do these things have guns?
I mean, if they're exploring an unknown planet, I would assume they would have some way to defend themselves.
Maybe the only way they were able to achieve faster than light travel or wormholes is because they didn't have a concept of violence.
So they're pacifists?
Mm-hmm. They don't understand that, maybe they're they photosynthesize and they actually don't have, eating other creatures as, a necessity like other people, or like we do.
So they didn't have any predators on their planet?
So they just show up hey, what's this dog man? He seems nice. And they get mauled, dude. Mauled. Could happen.
See, if they could clap, if somehow one of them can get to the point of being
Or maybe that's how they communicate. all through claps?
It could be thaw through claps.
We don't know.
Hang on, can they clap? Small green-skinned creatures with large heads and large pointed ears. So they have large ears too. Described as being 2 to 4 feet tall and having glowing yellow eyes. While these green creatures are a well-known Kentucky cryptid, the descriptions don't mention them clapping. Damn it, AI.
They're pretty small. One of the explanations is that it was just a family of great horned owls at night.
I could see that.
So about the size of an owl.
They also look to be as the Hopkinsville goblins versus just the little green men. So, like, they might not be aliens. They might be just, like, some kind of weird goblin things. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at right there, Jake. With a lizard man and the demon leaper and devil monkeys. Devil monkeys, Eric. There's meth hogs, too.
Meth hogs?
Meth hogs in the bottom right. You see that cat, like, above the 13? That's a meth hog
What
right
do meth
there.
hogs do? Meth hogs?
I don't know what a meth hog
owls,
does. Maybe we should have picked a different Kentucky monster.
Maybe, but I feel like we're getting distracted. We have 50 states.
What
Hold
kind
on,
of meth
found
hog
it.
do,
Squid
man?
bill-
Well,
okay.
maybe we need to have this conversation and properly set up the.
No, don't be ridiculous.
What the hell is a poop lick monster? I want that on my team.
Dude, there's a meth gator. Okay, I'm sorry. You're all right. We need to focus.
Well, I think what we need to do is, like, I think there's a lot of things we could do. I think there needs to be, like, maybe each podcast we take one of these sections of the bracket, and
Yeah.
it's
Take
just
one
about
matchup.
Michigan and Kentucky
Okay.
today.
Okay.
That's all we talk about, and then it moves on, and then next time
Take
we
us a
have
year to
the
get
next
through.
one, you know, and it'll be like a little.
Maybe.
We'll just see where things end up each time.
Why does little green men get multiples? Let's really tackle that question.
Well, because they're called little green men.
True.
That's right.
It's not called the Michigan dogs.
But there very well could be more than one dog, man.
But then why is it called the Michigan dog man and not the Michigan dog men?
I don't know. I mean, there's Bigfoot, but is that to imply there's only one Bigfoot?
There's one Bigfoot, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Because Bigfoot is probably just an animal, and animals need to have populations to evolve.
Why? How many Mothmen are there?
One.
Or
He's from a different dimension.
infinite.
Or infinite, yes.
I'm so confused why we aren't on Bearilla instead of Little Green Men. Oh, Bearilla. for Kentucky.
Bearilla.
This is the one
Bearilla.
we got in mailbag.
Yeah, I know. We
Maybe what we need to
this
do
is the one from Mailbag.
Maybe Eric, we need to branch this out a bit more. Maybe we should just talk about Kentucky right now and pick which one would be the
Oh
winner.
my God, we got to pick a champion.
The winner
Oh,
of Kentucky, the winner of Michigan, you know? That's what we need.
What about cryptids that have multiple states?
Yeah, like Mothman is definitely West Virginia.
Bigfoot's all across the Pacific Northwest.
I think it's fine. We can gear them towards somewhere specific, maybe.
Like on this list, Bigfoot is specifically with Washington State.
Where did Bigfoot originate? North America. Damn it.
More detail.
Which state?
I mean, Gigantopithecus could have come across the Bering Strait.
Oregon, Washington, and Northern California. So I say, like, we pick one of those three, you know?
Okay.
But maybe we gear it towards, like, okay, well, which one? So he should not be part of Kentucky, you know?
No, I think
Like,
it's
much more likely that someone saw the Bearilla and thought it was Bigfoot because they didn't know what else it could have been.
That makes sense.
You know? Yeah. So I would.
also limit it to like Oregon and Washington, and then see which good cryptids they have.
Yeah.
If one of them has a strong candidate, then the other one can have Bigfoot.
I just wanted to reward this list because all the states were put in alphabetically,
Except for one.
except for Mississippi. But they pointed out their mistake.
They did.
I mean, they do get props for that.
They got props.
Also, is Bigfoot and Sasquatch the same thing?
Yeah.
No. Neither is.
And
like,
the Yeti.
Yeah, there's like the Yeti,
They're all the same.
the Abominable Snowman.
Yep.
Like those are all different.
No, they're the same.
No, they're not. They can't be the same.
Why not?
Because one likes cold climates, one likes forests, one likes warmer climates. Like they are different entities.
They're
Some-
different.
but Aaron-
they're different. Like
Humans live in all those climates.
humans live in all those climates and have adapted for those climates.
Okay, so then maybe all these Mothman sightings in different states are multiple Mothmen.
No, that's fucking. Don't be ridiculous. Quit talking about Mothman. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think we're gonna survive this bracket.
I'm just saying, when you watch Harry and the Hendersons, you get to the end, there's more Bigfoot.
There's
You know what I'm
more. I've never seen Harry and the Hendersons.
What?
What do you mean what?
You haven't seen Harry and the Hendersons? John Lithgow, my friend.
I know he's in it.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they hit him with a car, but no,
They
like
hit John Lithgow with a car.
It's
no.
sad.
Is Bigfoot the same as Sasquatch? Well, this AI said yes, but I am sure.
Well, it's because AI is
I'm sure I
correct.
get AI to say no.
I am just as smart as that AI. Isn't it?
I think they're comparable, but I think they're two different subjects.
There are multiple names in various Native American tribes of the Bigfoot.
So
Sasquatch is one of them.
Sasquatch is another name for the same creature. Okay, but the Yeti is not.
The Yeti is from the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Well, why can't that be
Welcome
related
to
to
the
Bigfoot?
Himalayas, and he
I'm
makes
just
snow
saying,
cones.
I think that Bigfoot's ancestors could have come across the Bering Strait just like the Native American humans.
Is Bigfoot related to the Yeti?
The Yeti.
Both, while Bigfoot and Yeti are both legendary, hairy, bipedal creatures, they are generally considered to be distinct entities with different geographical origins and cultural narratives. Bigfoot is primary North American cryptid, while the Yeti, also known as the Abominable Snowman, so the Abominable Snowman and the Yeti are the same. It's like Sasquatch and Bigfoot are the same.
We're not even talking about Bigfoot in this matchup.
I think they're
But he's
all.
from Kentucky, supposedly. But no, he's not anymore. We're removing him from
We
the-
need to focus.
We're removing him from Kentucky, okay? No Bigfoot anymore. Right?
I'm just saying,
Correct.
look up the Gigantopithecus. It was a real animal back in the day. It's like a giant orangutan.
Is this related to Kentucky?
It's related to
this the
Bigfoot.
Barilla?
That's where the Yeti
Is this the
and the
Barilla?
Sasquatch come from.
Eric, Gigantopithecus, it doesn't matter right now. We're not talking
All
about
right.
any Giganta nothing.
We're still on the Dogman then.
We're on
Yes.
Kentucky and Michigan.
So, in the assumption that none of these creatures get any sort of equipment, I think I will give it to the Dogmen in this matchup.
Yeah. I mean, unless the aliens have somehow like psychic powers, they're very small, and I just think the Dogman's going to body them.
Yeah, like their clapping's probably not louder than the Dogman, like walking through the woods.
Probably not.
So I think Dogman chomps.
I think I'd agree. I think Dogman wins.
I think
Plus, I mean, you know, like Dogman wasn't like, oh, it might be an owl, you know?
It's at the very least 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
as long as the little green men can't clap.
You could bite their hands off.
Like, well, yeah, but he has to get to them first.
Is it specifically clapping with your hands, or can you clap with everything?
I mean, you could clap with anything you want to clap with.
They make it clap.
Make it clap.
Yeah,
and
they
then
might
you,
be.
And you beat the dog man. He
Yeah,
runs
those,
away.
those aliens could have giant booties.
They
can
could
clap.
Who knows?
Well,
what
they can't be
clap
that giant because they're tiny
Yeah.
creatures.
giant in proportion.
Hmm.
Big old yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dogman. Michigan Dogman wins.
I think that the clapping is very likely that they could do. So I say little green men.
I think they could do, but would they do?
Why wouldn't they clap?
I mean, if I were them, I would probably try to run, I would say.
Well, yeah, but they gotta fight. And if I'm fighting something, I'm gonna get real big. Rawr, I'm gonna make noises, you know. If I found some kind of monster.
If I want to scare a bear away, I might clap and do that. But if I'm fighting a bear, then I'm not going to clap.
Sure.
I'm going to fight the bear and lose.
Yeah, but sometimes there's things where it's like you don't want to run, right? But you also don't want to fight.
Depends on the color of the bear.
But in this scenario, they're fighting to the death, right?
So it's like they're not gonna run away is the thing then?
I think so.
Is that the rule is? Like they will not run away, they will have to fight each other.
I mean,
Yeah, I
if we're doing a
suppose. Okay.
death battle situation,
All
it's
right.
got to be a situation where they can't run away.
Then
We're
I'll-
in like an arena.
Because like even still, then if I'm clapping,
Yeah.
like he can't, is he gonna run away or like will it be like Dennis and the buzzer sound? And like then they can just beat his ass, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that might work.
Yeah,
Eric knows what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
All right. Well, then if they have to just fight, then I'll go with the dog man.
All right.
And we're sure that that's the best Kentucky cryptid? There's no better Kentucky cryptid.
That's what's listed, and I do not doubt the people that send notes
What?
for mailbag, Aaron.
What?
I do not doubt them.
I do.
All right.
Okay, so Michigan wins.
Michigan wins.
All right. All right.
And that's all we do this podcast, right?
I think we do that one, and then next time, like I don't know how long it's gonna take us to talk about it. We talk about
right.
whatever the next 2 states are.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Jake, save that to favorites.
Okay.
Keep that bracket, Jake. What did chat say? Chat voted, and they said Little Green Men.
Oh, well.
59%.
Okay.
It's what happens when you vote too much. You don't realize how wrong you are.
What?
No, you voted too early.
Hey, Green Men won in chat at least. Yes,
Yeah.
they did. Wouldn't you try to scare it away before trying to fight it? Yeah, you might. That way you can get, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get, like, is there more than one Little Green Man? You get, like, 4 of them. One guy just keeps clapping. The other 3 just start beating up this dog man, you know?
I mean, maybe the dog man's nice. Like, he has an expert
They're killing each other, Eric.
level in stealth. He could try to get away, too.
Spider-Man's nice, but he killed Batman in that death battle.
He certainly did.
Dogman was robbed. Justice for Dogman won. Dogman won. All right. We'll have to see who he goes against.
Yeah,
We'll know who he goes against next week.
I don't imagine Dogman is making it far, but maybe.
There is
How about a little glimpse? Or should we get a little glimpse of who the next 2 are?
Sure. Okay.
I also just looked. Your guys' geography is bad.
Oh.
That is not Kentucky. That is Virginia.
For what?
Ooh, is it Virginia?
That state, the first state.
Oh, well, then we gotta redo this whole damn thing,
Oh,
Eric.
damn it.
I can't believe you did that.
How was this on me?
I asked if it was Kentucky.
I didn't
All right.
look. I just trusted.
What?
All right,
Which
so
obviously was wrong.
Where's Kentucky? Let's go for so long. Oh no. Oh man, is it the Snallygaster?
No,
Virginia's is the Snallygaster, sometimes called the North American wyvern, a species of dragonkin that are native to North America. I mean,
that's Tennessee. Is that one Kentucky on the
that's
right?
changing things.
I mean, they both look pretty similar. Just saying. They both have that same kind of shape.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're dealing with a type of dragon.
Yeah, the Snallygaster is it's a type of North American wyvern dragon.
So it is Dogman versus a wyvern.
So can it fly?
Let's see. Their body shape is similar to what most would consider a wyvern. Am I saying that correctly?
Wyvern.
Wyvern. With a relatively bird-like gait, 2 legs, 2 wings, 4 limbs, 2 wings/4 limbs, dark green, scaly skin, metallic, beak-like snout, filled with rows of razor-sharp teeth, a forked tongue, and 3 long tails, similar to octopus tentacles.
Okay.
Okay, so prehensile, I suppose. Some have claimed that they also have singular eyes in the middle of their foreheads, so maybe not really good depth perception, similar to the Cyclops. However, this is not necessarily true. Everything else is. So yeah, they are similar to their cousins, the true dragons and the Jabberwocks. They tend to be solitary in nature until they find a mate, who they will mate for life.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. And that's all that's all this one has in terms of their powers and abilities. Snallygaster.
Jabberwocky's pretty scary.
Yeah.
They're pretty big, I think.
Hey, Snallygaster has a 5e version.
Yeah, in the 5e version, they have tail sting.
Do they have flight?
No.
They have 2 wings, but
Frighten.
doesn't necessarily mean they can.
Banshee scream.
Magical resistance. Regeneration.
Wait, Spacebar's flight? No, I don't know what this is. I would imagine they have wings. They can fly.
Nimble Flyer. The Snallygaster takes the dash or disengage action. It must be flying to use its bonus action.
Okay.
So it must have some flight.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
already pretty good.
Fly 30 feet. Hover.
Yeah, I think I gotta give it to the Snallygaster.
It has sharp teeth.
It's got sharp
Yeah.
teeth. It's big. It's got
tentacle tails.
tentacle tails.
Oh shit! This one says third eye. That changes everything. The depth perception's off the charts. They can triangulate.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they're saying the Snallygaster is Virginia? Everything on Google is telling me it's Maryland.
I do not doubt people that send letters.
Oh,
To
I'm
mailbag,
Sorry. I forgot
Jake.
we're doing mailbag letter.
Oh my god! Come on now.
Sorry.
I know. There's so many other things that we could look at, but no, we gotta go with these ones. Snallygaster. Because there was a snake thing I saw. That sounds cool. But this one's a dragon, and dragon sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like the
in some reports, the Snallygaster's tentacles can inflict acid damage.
I mean, that's what they
I
have
mean,
in this
damn.
5e thing.
Yeah.
There's acid as an option. Dude, we got a raid. Welcome,
Hey.
everyone, from Chilcott Dudes Raid.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining
Chilcott.
us.
Hello there.
We're currently discussing a couple cryptids and which one would win in a battle.
Yep.
The Michigan Dogman
Yeah.
or the Virginia Snallygaster.
In the first version of this, the Dogman I felt like did really good, but Virginia I think takes it with the Snallygaster.
My only hesitation,
Mhm.
if you've seen Van Helsing,
Mm-hmm.
there's a werewolf versus like a big giant bat creature.
Yeah.
And the werewolf
He
wins.
does pretty good. He does pretty good. Yeah. He transforms so many, like, he loses so much skin in that fight.
Does.
To be fair, though, that's the one thing that can kill that vampire.
That's true.
Mm.
But yeah, I think I go with the Snallygaster.
I ain't gotta
Alright.
go with the Snallygaster.
Snallygaster.
I
Snallygaster
think it wins this one so much easier than the Little Green Men combat.
Yeah,
tank.
that's going to be a powerhouse, I think, in this tournament. As things
Virginia.
Dude, that being bigger looks so much more like Virginia now with that little island over there and stuff. That little bit of land. Okay. My bad. Hey, for the record though, no one else corrected.
Yeah. You sounded so sure.
I asked. It was a question. I don't think I asked where's Kentucky, as in like tell me the
Where's
geographic
Kentucky?
location of Kentucky. I might have asked where it was on this. Maybe. I don't know. I just saw people being like, "You don't know where Kentucky is? It's down."
Yeah.
All right, this would be our next matchup.
What's the next matchup?
I believe this is
Missouri?
Nope. This
No.
is
Where are you looking at? I gotta make it so I can actually see your screen.
Wisconsin?
That's
then-
the chef's hat, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Which is Wisconsin
Yep.
and
then
Pennsylvania.
Is that Pennsylvania? Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. Wisconsin is going to be the Beast of Bray Road.
Hang on a minute. I got a question. How many people in here have a map of the states open on another monitor?
not me.
I don't have anything open.
Nope.
I have Wiki.
Just wondering.
Video.
Chad is saying that that's Minnesota.
Minnesota. I get those two mixed.
What did you say?
Wisconsin.
What, isn't Wisconsin kind of Michiganish shaped?
You son of a bitch. You were ragging on our geography earlier, weren't you, bud?
I didn't rag. I said that was wrong. I'm open
It's
to
Minnesota.
criticism.
Minnesota versus Pennsylvania. Okay. Minnesota is the Wendigo.
Okay. I know the Wendigo.
Okay.
I know the Wendigo.
Oh, when did
And
it stop?
Pennsylvania is going to be the Squank.
The squank.
Or the Squonk. I think it's Squonk.
I'm going to need
Yeah.
background on Squonk.
I mean, by name alone, the Squonk loses.
All right. Ew. Okay. You know what? I don't. We'll have to talk about it, but it's not looking good for the squonk. But I think that should be the conversation next podcast. You see the pictures? You see the pictures of the squonk?
It's a very sad pic. Yeah, okay. Well, next time we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Wendigo versus Squonk.
You never know.
What
The
powers
squonk
could
might
the
be able to
squonk
come out.
have, you know?
The Squonk's power might be kills Wendigos.
Yeah,
It could be.
could be.
We don't know.
Tune in next time
Oh man, that'd be
for the riveting conclusion of that battle.
interesting. And we'll have Calvin here to see what he tosses in on the squonk there.
Yeah. We'll test his knowledge by giving a quick version of what we just went through.
All right. No, guys. So it is. If you were tuning in, that we got a cryptid list, and we talk about how fun it would be to like who is the strongest cryptid, who would win. So might be a fun conversation to have.
Right now,
with all
Virginia could sweep, so they hit West Virginia.
those. What do we hit West Virginia? All right. Also, guys, we should be taking questions here in a little while. If you have questions, I can open up a YouTube chat one as well, but also there's already Twitch where you can submit your questions there as well. So, let me make sure I set that up real quick here. So give me 1 second. Oh, is there a quotes count already?
A quotes count? You mean on the shirt?
Yeah.
Someone said that I think that I have the most.
Eric has 26, Calvin has 12, Rick has 10, Aaron has 12. Someone tell them, referring.
Gotcha.
So Eric has the most. By like double.
That sounds like there was a bias making this shirt.
I do be saying
I'm
some
sure we
shit.
all said some good shit. I'm gonna make an Aaron quote shirt.
But who has the most words on the shirt?
Oh, like how long were the quotes? Now we
Yeah.
gotta count words, Rick.
Well, not we.
Like, where does reek and shit go? Who gets credit for that one? Or is reek one and shit's the other?
I would say reek is one and shit is the other.
But it's like reek shit. Like it's one quote, you know?
Yeah, we had talked about like, well, that's the only thing that he says, and at one point he was like, well, what do I say? Do I say Theon? Say Theon. Say Theon. Reek. Shit. I think, but I can't remember which one of us said it first. I think it was me, but I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure in the video it's Calvin says and then you say.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
but that might have been like a callback to us previously talking about it.
Maybe.
It feels like it was 10 years ago. I can't remember.
Does it? Can't believe you can't remember this, Eric.
Oh man.
Also, talking about things with 10 years and stuff, there is also some WaveCon information that went up today. I do believe I saw somewhere on the website.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly where it was.
It was on social media.
Yep.
I saw it on social media,
I have it.
and there should be links that go to the website to give all the information and stuff too for WaveCon, including some dates and some plans and stuff with that too. But nothing of like tickets or any of that kind of stuff yet. That'll come later. But we're trying to get out information to people early so that, you know, I know some people have to make sure they get time to be able to like get time off or plan ahead and all that kind of stuff. But it should just be like our website with WaveCon at the end, I think, right?
I think it's just blindwave.com/wavecon. That's what it was last time.
Yeah. So, make sure you guys check that out. If you guys have any questions on WaveCon stuff. Can I have my wedding at WaveCon? I'm probably getting married in April. Christine wouldn't allow that. All right. Well.
Well then, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
You can use that as ammunition in that battle.
If you get what I have to do for my sister. My sister and them were already married, and I just ran the ceremony, so I can just be the person that says the things if you're already technically married.
Say the thing.
Yeah. We had the poll, and 89% said the Snallygaster would have won. Dogman only got 11% there.
Yeah.
He did not. He fared well, much better against the Little Green
He
Men.
totally
the Little
did.
Green Men won.
Yep.
But he had no chance against the Snallygaster. Yes, this is for WaveCon in 2026. It will be in April, so actually like about a year away. The dates currently are the April 17th, which would be today, to the 19th. So exactly a year, right? Not tomorrow, no. All question stuff should be set up for taking questions. And is there anything else I'm missing with that? Nope. All right. Anything else that you guys had or that we haven't talked about or anything I'm forgetting?
No, my last week was mainly dominated with ear pain in the beginning.
Ear pain?
Yep. And that's all I can
pain.
remember.
You had not vicarious. You experienced pain because Calvin had pain in his tooth.
Oh yeah, Calvin cracked one of his the front teeth, and every time I looked at him, I could just see it and feel it, man. I don't know what it is about teeth breaking, but I can't take it. The only reason the eye pain is worse is because I definitely felt that.
Well, yeah, right? That poked you in the eye.
I had to imagine the teeth one, because the only time I ever broke my tooth, I knocked myself unconscious. I don't remember what it felt like.
But you didn't like wake up and your tooth was fixed.
No, but I guess maybe I had adrenaline. I don't know. It didn't really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the idea of it cracking and the pain of that happening. Maybe I skipped it, or maybe it was so traumatic my body forgot.
Could be.
We have a super chat. Riley of the Green Aha says, "Hey Eric, the Baldur's Gate 3 bug where you fell through the elevator got patched this week. Yay! Can you imagine if we were doing an honor mode run and I just fell through the elevator and died?"
You're dead now.
But yeah, patch 8 of Baldur's Gate 3 released this week, so all the classes have a new subclass.
Didn't you
Be fun
guys
to check
also
out.
hit the lava bug where it was on top of a table?
There was a
It shouldn't
lava patch on
Yeah,
top
I don't
of a
even know why there was
table.
lava there.
be.
Yeah,
There wasn't. It's a bug where it's like
Yeah.
on the wrong level.
but
We
two of
died.
us died to that.
We died so much of that and then struggled so hard trying to fix whatever that was and get out of that. I think
Calvin was just on top of a table and then instantly burned away.
we lost revivifies and stuff trying to get through that. And was that before or after I like moved that one platform and you died?
Oh, that was...
No, you didn't die. You just fell, I guess, really far.
Yeah, I think that was before.
That was funny too.
Yep.
Good times.
Since we're talking about video games, I have a clip that just came up like 20 minutes ago that I would like to show you guys.
Okay.
A clip from 20 minutes ago.
I will put
It might
on
be
my
a little
headphones.
longer, but that's about when I saw it.
Okay.
What is
I should be ready.
Let me
Ready.
make sure I'm fully ready.
Should I be able to hear it? Maybe I'm not ready. Oh.
What is this? Oh. I think that's Diablo
What?
and Berserk. Huh.
Okay.
I felt like I immediately recognized the sword and the armor.
Yeah, at first I was like, wait, Berserk?
I was
What
like,
is this?
that
And then I was
Kratos?
like, wait, maybe, I was like, maybe that guy's Kratos?
And now the eclipse makes sense too.
Okay.
You have been branded Diablo. Okay.
Berserk, huh?
Diablo 4.
So I don't know what Diablo is as a game. How would that work?
How does Diablo play?
Mhm.
You kind of look. It's. I mean, and the way you see the game is kind of like Baldur's Gate from like that same kind of perspective.
Gotcha.
But rather than turn, it's more action.
Yeah.
So like your button presses trigger your abilities right then in the moment.
Okay.
Rather than it being like now I take
turn-based
my
thing.
turn, now they take their turn.
Yeah.
So you can dodge. So
You
it'd
have
be like-
abilities with cooldowns like in an MMO.
yeah. It's pretty fun. I mean, I've played at least Diablo 3, and I don't know if I played Diablo 4 though or not, but like they're fun co-op games.
Heavily loot based.
The stories are pretty fun too. Very dark.
So probably just a matter of like a cosmetic and weapon or something like that with Berserk
for that, I mean, it
yeah.
might be a class or something too.
class. Ooh, okay.
You have different classes, so there might be some kind of Berserk class or
Berserker.
I don't know what's Guts called. Does he have like the
The Black Swordsman.
black sword? Maybe there's like a black swordsman class, or it could just be like the armor and the cosmetics and stuff in it. So it depends how far they go with it, but
Yeah, it could be as far as like the season storyline and have bosses based off of Berserk all the way down to just a couple cosmetics.
yeah.
I just saw Berserk and thought, I probably should show this.
Berserk.
So the
Berserk. Berserk.
Whenever I've had like Dead by Daylight, sometimes they've had like crossovers with other things. Like they had Attack on Titan as a crossover, but it just gave a cosmetic skin. But then other times they'll have a crossover where it's like, here's a new character or something that is being introduced. So that's pretty neat. I haven't played. If I've played 4, it hasn't been much of 4. I played 3 more. But I only got into Act 2, I think, whenever I played that. My issue is I kept starting it with like different groups and not finishing it.
Gotcha.
All right. I can jump into questions if no one has any
Some
other
questions.
things. Or is there anything else that we need to see for anything? I don't remember any
So-
other categories of things.
Don't think so.
I wanted to make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see here. Joseph says, would any of the crew entertain the idea of a review or reaction of the Naruto Shippuden OST/openings?
We have talked about ranking openings before. I would like to. I worry
Yeah.
about copyright.
Yeah,
It would be very copyrighted. Yeah,
It would. It
definitely.
would.
But
There
I'd
would be
still
some
do
issues
it.
with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Joseph means if there's any like other ones we haven't seen,
Sure.
or if it's because he didn't say ranking per se. But
Yeah. Whenever we watch like filler, Rop will add some of the openings that we otherwise wouldn't have seen onto those.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've gotten a pretty good idea up until now.
yeah,
I
we've
certainly-
seen some.
I kind of don't want to. I'd have to like wait until we're done because I don't want to watch ones that we will see in the future. You know,
Sure.
there's something special about like every week listening to especially like a new, like the first like 3 or 4 weeks of a new intro and seeing how it hits you each time. Because especially if you're going off just a banger of an opening, you're initially disappointed. But
Yeah.
sometimes that goes away quick, and sometimes it never goes away.
I just need Itachi making eggs.
That's a good one. That is
That's all I need.
Yep.
Dang it. They told me how to say their name last time. I think it was MG Deep.
I'm sure that was it.
yeah.
Hey guys, hope y'all are doing well. My question is, if you get the chance to do a show or a movie, what kind of story would you tell, and who is your starring actor or actress?
Oh.
A story. The one I remember, well, I've had 2 that I remember working on, like throwing around ideas for. One was like a detective type of story that didn't have a specific story, but more was just a play on the Nick Time was the main character. So
Sure.
it was like in the nick of time.
Yeah.
The other one was kind of like a supernatural like storyline that talked about at one point that I really liked. And I've tossed it in my head a few times, but it had a story of like a group. It was more local based here because there's a lot of like supernatural stories and stuff around the area going like, Athens has tons of them. Marietta has a lot of them, like just around this area. So it was kind of like ghost hunters and supernatural hunters. I mean, more like the Winchesters and stuff like that too. But who would star in them? I don't know who would star in them though. Do you guys have any kind of shows or movies you guys would like to do?
I mean, if you were asking me to just improv a movie on the top of my head, it's an atheist swordsman fighting demon swordsman. And he just doesn't believe they're actual demons, which is why he can stand up to them, because he's not scared. And everybody's like, there actually are demons. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't believe it.
Sure.
So, cool sword fighting, cool effects that way. Have it be like a redneck dude. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. Who'd be like a good redneck swordsman?
A good redneck swordsman.
Yeah.
I
I had to think about this more.
well,
I know. Picking an actor or actress is the hard part. I think.
he's disappeared off the face of the earth, but the star of Six String Samurai, I think it would be perfect.
Get him out of my fake movie.
He was great.
Yeah.
You saying that made me think of there was a game that I remember a long time ago, like messing with an idea for that.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like Oblivion or Fallout, but it was set after what's it called, The Rapture. like after all the people were taken to heaven,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone who's left on Earth, you're there in
The
the
tribulation.
middle of the war between angels and demons and like good and evil, and like you would play a character that is in like this open world that you can side with the demons or you can side with the angels kind of thing, and you can pick which, how you want to be, good, evil, in the middle, and all that.
I'm side with the 7-headed dragon and the prostitute, man.
You could.
Revelation is a crazy book.
Yeah. I remember being like, all right, let me start reading the Bible of this stuff, because I was like, that's where I want to put this idea for this game. And like, everyone else is gone, and you're left there, and you got to figure out how to survive and what to do.
Yeah.
All right. Rick, did you have anything?
If I could do anything,
Yeah, it just says if you had a chance to do a show or a movie, what kind of story would you tell?
would I also be able to go back in time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Then I want a crossover between The Mummy and Indiana Jones.
Dang, man, I wasn't even thinking of like taking other stuff I would love and mixing my chocolate and peanut butter together,
Pretty good.
Because that would be fun. You could get Harrison Ford and Brendan Fraser like together having to do some stuff.
And
I do Harry and the
Marion and
Henderson.
Evelyn.
Harry from Harry and the Hendersons versus Mothman Prophecies.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
What do
See
you
what the
mean?
real Cryptid War is like.
All right.
Like, yeah.
I also might like take Sam Neill's Merlin and put him in Excalibur. Maybe.
Damn, that'd be pretty cool.
If I'm doing that, I really want to have some kind of like real scary like paranormal activity story.
Yeah.
But like the ending has the Ghostbusters bust in and they save the day at the very end.
Like Chucky versus the Ghostbusters.
Kind of, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Imagine like it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
All the way to the very end, you're like, oh my god, they're gonna die, and then all of a sudden and then they catch them and throw out the trap, and you're like, I don't know. It'd just be a fun
I always
twist
thought
at
it'd
the
be,
end.
I said before, as a joke from a long time ago, but like you just do like your normal everyday rom-com, but the end just so happens to take place in the monster universe and Godzilla kills them both in a cafe. That's how it ends. Because that's life, man. Sometimes you just get stepped on.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Someone has to get stepped on. They had a story. Jake.
Yeah, I would really like to do a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers animated movie with like in the style of like Spider-Verse or the TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Get another chance to do like a proper, maybe a little bit more grown up Power Rangers, and you could get really extreme with the action, and the Zords wouldn't just be men in suits. You could actually do some cool action with that.
That would be cool.
Be neat.
I like that.
Angel Groves approves. Yes, say an angel.
Angels from Ava attack Angel Groves.
Oh, no,
no.
I don't think people will do anything.
I have heard people talk about like Fast and Furious with Transformers, where like they're driving the cars that also can transform into Transformers, or they're just driving with Transformers there around too.
Yeah.
I don't think they need them.
The Transformers?
Yeah, I don't think they need the Transformers.
I mean, maybe not. I mean, if they're fighting Decepticons or something, The next question we have is from Stormhover. Says, so excited for WaveCon 2026. If you had to hold WaveCon at a location completely unrelated to Blind Wave or any media you've covered on the channel, where would you choose to hold it? And why?
New Zealand, where they have Hobbiton. You know that you can actually go and like stay at the Green Dragon now and stuff. Right there. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know why that was first to come to mind, but it sounds
I don't
sweet.
think it exists anymore.
Yeah.
But whatever used to be the Star Cruise thing, that's the Star Wars like
Star Cruiser?
Right.
where like you went on a cruise in space. It'd be cool to have WaveCon just in that, where it's like we're in space on a Star Wars adventure for the whole of WaveCon.
Just like in Galaxy's Edge too. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that. But I just like the idea of it's everyone. We're all on our own ship, and then we get like attacked by like Hondo and pirates or something, and like that could be fun.
Yep, I believe they shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like it was a lot of money to be inside a building, at a hotel essentially, but it was the story around it. I think that was like the neat part. And as a kid, if I was a kid, my parents took me, I would probably like believe that I'm on a space cruiser kind of thing, you know? Like if they had like windows, but they're really like screens that are showing space flying by, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. As an adult, I probably wouldn't believe as much. But that's because the magic's been destroyed from me.
I'll
Rick, did
go
you-
with the house on Steelmanville Road.
What?
Yeah, Jake knows.
What's that?
I'm assuming it's Neil Breen or like Bad Ben or something.
It is Bad Ben. The house that Bad Ben built.
There's zero chance that we can afford how much he's going to charge us for that.
It'd be haunted, Aaron. You'd love it.
It's not haunted. There's no way it's really haunted.
I have seen at least a dozen movies saying otherwise.
Damn it, Rick.
A haunted place would be fun. I mean, we've had the Lafayette, and that's supposedly haunted.
True.
Yeah.
We need like really haunted though. We need like
I mean,
Athens Asylum haunted.
this
Dude,
building
yeah.
is haunted.
Dude, we should see.
Yeah, right.
I mean, supposedly, yeah. It's supposed to be. I've never seen anything in here. There is, I would love to do one of those, like, what do they still do those penitentiary overnight stay things?
sure,
or
yeah.
whatever, like
Yeah.
those kind of events. Did you guys ever watch, was it like on ABC Family? It was like the most scariest place on earth, but they'd take like a family or a group and put them in there for the night, and they'd
Yeah.
have like GoPros attached to them,
Sweet.
and they have to just survive the night inside this place, and they're walking around looking, and
I mean, if you're the producer of those TV shows, like, I'm hiring some dudes to fuck with them that night.
probably, but like being there, like you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, what's that? Like you don't
Yeah.
know, but you're,
Yeah, sure.
I think it'd be
get you.
fun to be like, you're staying in
I know.
Dracula's castle. You know?
I immediately would
or
lose integrity as a ghost hunter. I know. I'm sorry.
You'd lose integrity.
Because I would be trying to fuck with them, not ghost wise, but like just tricking them, making them think they were being attacked by a ghost, like a Scooby Doo villain.
Wait, no, you're supposed to be the hunter, Eric.
Oh, okay. I thought you were putting a family in there and then filming them.
No, we would be the family.
Oh, we're the family.
We're the family going in,
Okay.
trying to stay the night.
I
at the
thought you
scary
wanted
place.
to take like people that were attending WaveCon and tormenting them. Okay, I understand now.
No. I'm just
Okay.
like now we go there, not for
Gotcha.
WaveCon, but I would if we could do that. I'd do that too. I would love to be in charge of like a haunted house thing.
We
Yeah.
should go to if it's around WaveCon, it might be fun to take a group and go. Is it the Armitage House?
Armitage House.
It's in Marietta. It's abandoned. It's supposed to be haunted. They do
The-
ghost tours.
The Anchorage.
Anchorage.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
I might have a cheat answer. Let's have WaveCon on a train that goes out west, and every day or every other day you would stop at a new place, and you'd have a whole new town to do stuff in,
That would be train would be cool.
Or you stay on the train and play board games.
or you stay on the train
Or
and play
Smash.
board games.
It'd be like taking a cruise, and like the cruise stops at islands along
Yeah.
the way, and you get to see a new place each time. Like something like that would be really neat. I like that idea too.
Yeah.
Like both those could be cool.
We could do the like the American Queen. That would be like
The-
WaveCon.
like the Big
that would be
Valley
like the
Gym
prom
hotel.
and WaveCon like all together.
Yeah. It's like a huge hotel paddle boat.
We could gamble,
Yeah.
right?
I think so.
As long as
We're
you're
in
in
international waters between West Virginia and and Ohio.
Reeferin says, "Hey Blind Wave, congrats on 10-year anniversary. Hope for many more years of content from you. Who is the music expert from the crew?"
Oh, I would say probably Aaron probably is the most knowledgeable when it comes. I mean, you played that music game.
I think it depends
like
on
crazy.
music too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
I think you do really well at like it has to be songs with no words, like movie soundtrack types of sounds. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
I think you hear those and pick those out much better than I do.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to like just like a knowledge base of like
Like popular music.
Pop
I
music.
would say Aaron.
rock music,
Yeah.
like that kind of category, I think Calvin maybe to an extent too, but I don't know what he listens to now versus like I know he likes older rock and that kind of stuff
Mhm.
too. But I've definitely listened to like a variety of music,
Sure.
and I also like to play. What was it? Was it on? Might have been on iPod or something. But there used to be a game that like you'd have your like all the songs on it,
Yeah.
and it would play like the first 10 seconds, and you had to try to pick what the song was in
Yeah.
that 10 seconds. I used to always like Hurdle was another one, right? Where they would, what song is this?
Yeah. I don't think I can say like what I do when it comes to music is in any way an expert or have any expertise. I get obsessed with what I know, but that sample is very small when it comes to like just the word music, or the musical industry, the culture surrounding that type of thing.
Sure.
Mine's usually just like I've built around like walls and I listen to the music that's inside my walls,
Gotcha. Sure.
Like, I want to say that I'm really into freestyle rap right now, but it's primarily because I'm just a huge fan of Harry Mack.
Gotcha.
I've ventured out and seen some of the other greatest, but I started with the best. Now I can't find anybody else, you know? Luckily, that dude, like, I don't know how he does it, but every single video he puts out, he's better than the week before. And I've never seen anybody on YouTube do that type of thing. It's usually like, oh, you have a couple good ones, and then you ride it out. You know? You ride out that success. But every single week, he's better. And I don't know how he does that without a rival. You know, like Goku's only that good because he gets rivals.
Right.
There's no one that can rival Harry Mack.
I've
haven't
looked.
found one yet.
I looked. I do not claim any expertise, but I've been looking.
Okay. Yizing said, would you prefer to watch an adult franchise softened up to be a kids movie or show, or a children's show gritted up to become R-rated?
Oh, children's show gritted up, R-rated.
Like, I've definitely experienced the other one a lot. Like,
Yeah.
growing up in the 80s and 90s, 2000s, like, you would see Rambo and RoboCop made into cartoons.
Sure, yeah.
Usually they weren't the best.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the opposite.
I think I have to
Care Bears.
agree. Care Bears?
I don't know.
Though, I mean, like, I haven't seen it yet, but there's, like, that Winnie the Pooh, like, horror movie and stuff that I've heard is not great.
Yeah.
Though I heard the second one's better.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Does R-rated mean like horror?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to think of, like, different things I know of that have done that.
Gotcha. Because I got excited by it. I also don't love horror movies.
Sure. But, like,
Yeah.
you know, mentioning RoboCop. RoboCop's R-rated, but it's
Yeah.
not a horror movie,
Oh,
right?
R-rated Ben 10. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. Some of those transformation scenes, man. Oof. Some of Grandpa's food. Ugh.
Grandpa's food? What did you say?
R-rated Pokemon. That'd be fun.
Hmm.
Like a super adult look at the Pokemon universe. What does that entail? So, like, the world's been destroyed. Almost everybody is dead, and
Sure.
AI is left over to care for the humans. And there's only one thing that all humans can unite around, and that's the Pokemon franchise. Y'all remember when Pokemon Go came out and like world peace was almost attained for like 2 days?
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah. So then we have like these little AI bots that assemble themselves as Pokemon, and we rebuild the world. And then the Pikachu AI bot finds out they're not real, but Ash doesn't care. That Pokemon's real to him. You know, that'd be good stuff. That's just a good story there.
See, I think they should start making Pokemon instead of making direwolves. Instead of it being AI, they should just, like, try to blend it.
How do we create electricity? Like eels? Like eel gene stuff?
Just some gene stuff. I don't know. I'm not the scientist. I'm
Okay.
I'm
You're the idea man.
I'm the idea man.
I'm the idea
Someone
man.
else got to make this work. That's what it is.
Okay.
I definitely would go with a kid show gridded up. I don't know what the best kid show gridded up would be, but I'm sure there could be some cool ones. Like, I've always liked when the show matures with its audience.
Yeah.
So, like, it gets a little darker and grittier, and I think there's some real cool stories you could have, but I'm trying to think of what that would be. You know?
So something that kind of works on this, I suppose, is like wrestling before and during the Attitude Era.
Okay.
Like before,
sure.
it was very much for kids and such, but then like around 97-ish, it got much more adult and R-rated.
Yeah. R-rated Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So
That'd be cool.
when does it work the other way? Can you guys think of any examples of, like, this was a really gritty or R-rated movie or show or something, and then they,
Sure.
like, made it more for kids or something?
Well, like you said, like Rambo and Super Cop definitely fit that.
There was a Rambo one that did that?
I believe so.
Rambo
Yeah.
cartoon.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow, okay.
What would be like the most inappropriate one?
I mean, RoboCop is fairly inappropriate.
It is, but it's also like when I was a kid, I was like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what were some of the others?
Dude, Courage the Cowardly Dog, but, like, R-rated?
That'd be sweet, dude.
That would be some shit.
As long as the
I'd
dog doesn't
love
die,
that.
I'm good.
I like that. That's a good one. But John Wick, taming John Wick down to be less R-rated, more kid-friendly?
He uses a squirt gun.
He's fighting bullies in the school. No, John Wick. Eric,
I had a bad one. I'm not gonna repeat it.
It's
Go ahead.
young John Wick.
Yeah.
But he's trying to save Hey Arnold during Trash Day.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So like you have like the
Yeah.
trash heap
Yeah.
and all those locations
Yeah.
they go to trying to survive it, but he's there like bah, bah,
Fucking
but he's like
yeah.
with a squirt gun, he's beating them up and stuff. But
Like,
it's
yeah.
it's not R-rated, it's not guns and
Sure, I
blood,
get you.
but I think that'd be fun.
The only thing that will get Stoop Kid away from his stoop. He killed his dog.
Dracula has been done for kids quite a bit, and that is not a kid's novel.
Oh, no, not at all.
I mean
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania has Dracula in it, you know, but
Yeah.
it's not the Dracula story per se, but
Yeah.
you definitely like some of those situations you have to take liberties and change things up to make it a little less dark, you know.
Gotcha.
Let's see what YouTube has on. I need to look at them for their chat.
So what R-rated movie would you keep R-rated but replace with Muppets?
Man, so many you could do with that.
Yeah. Alien.
Okay.
That'd be
Yep.
kind of cool.
Okay.
Specifically Alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Everybody but the robot and the alien are Muppets.
The robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that would be a fun one.
Like, do you do that with like Terminator and Predator and like those kind of movies
The
too?
Room. No, I don't know about that.
Does it specifically say R-rated or just dark and like grown up and?
I think
gritty?
dark and grown up.
Okay.
But with Rick's, I think it's okay to go R-rated too if you're going with that prompt.
The Muppets Kill Bill.
Kill Bill Muppets would be pretty good. I like that. Yeah.
Or Pulp Fiction. I might prefer Pulp Fiction, actually.
Dust Till Dawn.
Maybe.
So you were going down a Tarantino road and I jumped to that.
Can you guys think of any series that have done both? That went dark, went kid, then went back dark? And did it like relatively successfully? I have one in mind, and you probably can guess my one.
Is it Godzilla?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
because it starts dark, turns into kids real fast, then comes back to dark.
I mean, James Bond fluctuates in its maturity level, I would say.
Some, yeah.
Probably not as much as Godzilla, though.
Yeah, I don't think it has as far of extremes.
Think of anything else.
See, there's some like horror movies that get real silly, but I don't know if I'd say that they're for kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street gets pretty silly.
Yeah, there's some silly things it does, but I still don't think it's like kid level yet. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre started at like G and then went up to R.
Started at G,
Well, yeah,
the original movie.
yeah.
It didn't show that much, right? But
No, it doesn't.
someone said Blade, but everyone's a Muppet except for Wesley Snipes.
That'd be. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Got you fuckers at a bad time, but it's like Fozzie Bear.
Waka waka.
We're reviving the vampire god. Yay! Oh man.
All right. You guys got any more thoughts on that, or should I go to the next one?
I'm ready for the next.
Just want to make sure I didn't miss any more great Muppet thoughts. Sarah B says chances of getting a reaction of The Pit with Melanie. She's already watched it all.
Oh, has
So maybe season 2.
They're getting sued also.
They are.
Oh, have you guys heard about that then?
Yep.
Dude, everyone's trying to sue everyone for everything, I feel like.
Welcome to America. Take a look.
I don't know how much, I don't know what all's in that, because I know, like, from what I understood, I think it was Legal talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they were wanting to make an ER revival.
Sure.
And I guess Michael Crichton had done, like, the original screenplay for ER and sold it to them. And there was a clause in there where it's like, if any more sequels, spin-offs, whatever, were to be made with the ER idea, then he needs to be brought into it. And since he's passed, it's his estate. I think it's his wife or something like that now. But they wanted to do an ER revival and use one of the actors was going to come back and play his character.
I can't remember his last name.
Wiley?
Yep.
Something like that. And they couldn't come to some kind of terms to make it work.
Couldn't secure the rights.
And then from what I understand, they ended up going on and be like, okay, well, we still want to make a medical drama.
Yeah.
We'll make something else. So like, they're like, yes, it's a medical drama. It's in a different location with different characters and, things like that. So it's like, I don't know how different does something need to be for it to not be copyright,
I mean, ER doesn't own medical drama.
Sure.
The best you can say is like, well, this actor played a character like this before, but I don't think that's defensible either. They're not the same character, so it can't be a spinoff.
Yeah. Like, I don't feel like it's... But what they're arguing is that because they wanted to make an ER spinoff and they didn't, then they made this.
Right.
They're like, well, they're too closely connected. And then they're being like, well, look at all the differences. Like, there's so many
think about all of the money and marketing that left off the table because it wasn't an ER spinoff. If it was, they would have marketed it that way, and it probably would have been even bigger than it was.
I'm sure it would have, yeah. Having, like, ER returning, people would have been excited for that. But I've heard The Pit is real good. I've heard, like, Melanie's told me it's very, like... It reminds her of when she worked in the ER.
Yeah.
Like when she worked at the hospital and stuff. Like very similar to those kind of stories. And I kind of want to watch it after I found out that it's very 24-like.
Yeah.
In that it is each episode is an hour of a shift that is being worked on.
Yeah.
And I thought that sounded really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've always secretly, that Dunning-Kruger effect of like the more you know about something, like the official effect is like the more you know about something, like sometimes the more wrong you can be about it. But sometimes the more you know about a subject and then it appears in media, the less you can enjoy it, right?
Sure.
So I really enjoy watching like experts react to their field and then finding what they think this is the thing. And that's cool and I can live vicariously through them. But I sometimes don't want that opinion because then I'll enjoy things less. That makes any sense.
Yeah, it depends. Like sometimes you appreciate it more.
Yeah.
When they get it right.
Sure, yeah. But like, the sword fight in Rob Roy, like, people will look and be like, look at that, experts will be like, this is amazing. But I'm not going to be like, well, fuck the sword fight in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, because that shit's sweet. With Alan Rickman. And I wouldn't want to ruin that for myself. But it's not a good sword fight.
Like, I watched Dr. Mike react to The Pit.
Yeah.
And I do think this is one of the examples.
That's one of those.
I think it works and it helps.
Sure.
Because like he talks about how much it gets right and goes into detail, and sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, I would do this."
Yeah.
Before the show does it, and then the show will do it, and he'd be like, "Damn, they're good." So I think this is the show is a good example of like it working well.
Gotcha. I haven't watched a medical show in quite some time. I don't think it's been since I've watched all of House.
I watched all of House.
Probably my last one.
I'm trying to remember any other medical shows. I don't typically
You count Scrubs?
look for medical shows.
Sure.
I did watch Scrubs, but I watched Scrubs before House.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I watched it. I think I watched it after.
I don't, like I said, I don't typically sought after medical shows, but
Gotcha.
Anymore nowadays, there's needles everywhere.
Yeah, and for some reason I'm just considering that more of a comedy than I am a medical
Scrubs?
show, but it is a medical show.
It's a medical show, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's like true to medical probably as much as maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know medical very well. Like,
more or less than Doogie Howser.
Scrubs might get so much more right than House gets right or something. I don't know. While also trying to be more comedic.
Like, I don't think Big Bang Theory is supposed to be a theoretical physics show.
Sure.
They just have theoretical physicists in it.
Sure. But you know what? There's things where it's like, what's that? What is it? Joe Pesci? My Cousin Vinny?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where it's like, you know what? This is a comedy, but it
Lawyers
does
like that.
lawyer stuff a lot better than some like lawyer shows do or lawyer movies do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Great movie.
Alex in Scotland says, hey guys, so post current games, any plans for Aaron, Mass Effect, Last of Us 2, or anyone else on the Great Circle?
Both of you two need to play Mass Effect.
True.
I have not played through. I played a little bit of the first Mass Effect. And then I didn't get very far. I think I beat like the tutorial and I drove on a little moon buggy or something, and then went to like whatever the main city or planet or whatever is.
Sure.
And I think that's all I did.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2, I'm waiting to watch Last of Us, which is just started this week.
Yes, it did.
So I want to see what happens in this season because it's interesting compared to last time where I had an idea of what the story was going to be, and I got to watch that unfold there. This time I'm watching with no idea what the story is going to be, but Eric and Calvin have both played. Yeah. So there's like a different dynamic there. Kind of like when doing like, I don't know, we've done some other stuff where like someone knows and someone doesn't, and I think that's kind of fun too. But wait, or anyone else on the Great Circle? What does that mean?
Indiana
Alex?
Jones and the Great Circle.
Oh,
I haven't played.
I haven't played that either.
It just came out on PS5. It was Xbox exclusive for a while.
I got PS5.
I am interested in all of those, I think, and there's a lot of games I do want to play. I've thrown around a few ideas of what I want to do after like the crowd control stuff, like my next game that I want to play, but I haven't I don't know if I've landed on it for sure yet. So, but probably in the future at some point. I definitely want to play The Last of Us 2.
I don't know if I want. I mean, I really want Rick to play Majora's Mask, but if he was like, I'm not going to do that for a year, instead I'm going to play Mass Effect, I'd still be really happy.
I've heard Mass Effect's great. I know a lot of people that love it. Inrock says, with Revenge of the Sith coming back to theaters at the end of the month for the 20th anniversary, are any of you going to the movies to watch it? I'm excited to see it in theaters for the first time, and I will definitely go more than once since it's only out for a week.
Yeah.
I actually was just talking to my family like this past weekend about it, where I'm like, who wants to go see Star Wars? Because I do want to go see it in theaters, but any of the kids that want to go, I want to take them to see it too. Just so they can be like, I've seen it in theaters.
It's a hell of a movie in theaters. The first half hour of the Battle of Coruscant is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
In theaters. The sound of just that one shot going through the battle. Yeah, it's Ben Burr at his finest, I think. And that's coming from a guy with one ear.
Yeah, right. But no, I'm planning on trying to go see it. I haven't been to the theater in a while. What was the last thing I saw in theaters? Deadpool Wolverine, maybe? Might have been the last time I went to the theaters.
It's been longer than that for me. I can't even think what was the last thing I saw in the theaters.
Mine was The Room.
Yeah, when the anniversary came up.
Rise of Skywalker?
That was the last time you went to theaters?
Is it? I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't been in the theater in such a long time.
Man. Are you going to go for this? For Star Wars?
Maybe.
Okay. Just wondered.
It's going to be hard to beat, because I definitely have the theater experience of this movie. It'd be hard to compare to that one.
Sure. Support your local theater. We don't have a local theater.
Well, yeah.
It shut down. Yep. And I don't blame us for it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was our fault. I used to go there. I used to go to midnight launches. I went to all kinds of things at that.
It's a Harbor Freight Tools now. And damn if they don't have some good deals.
I've yet to go there.
You haven't gone? It's actually quite nice.
They have one of those over in West Virginia.
Yeah, they do.
I'll go there.
There's a movie theater in West Virginia.
The only reason I went is the first week I opened, my dad asked me to take him whenever he was still recovering from his heart surgery, and he had a great time. I had a great time. I got a membership, bought a winch. You know what I'm saying? It was fun.
You got a membership to the Harbor Freight?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's you got discounted.
You have to have a membership to everything.
Yeah,
these days.
To be fair, it's his membership.
You wouldn't even buy the magic popcorn bucket at the theater.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's because they're always trying to give me a card. I don't want cards.
The magic popcorn bucket was a bucket, Eric.
I get you.
It was bigger than a card.
Yep. I don't do memberships, and I don't.
Yeah, we had the magic popcorn bucket, and when Melanie was pregnant, I would go there and just get popcorn because it was like a $2 refill for that big bucket, and then take it home because she was like, I really want popcorn. I'm like, okay. She goes, but I want popcorn from the theater. I'm like, okay. So I'd go there and be like,
she's pregnant, you gotta do it.
My wife's pregnant. I need some popcorn. Can I fill this up? They're like, all right.
Respect, my friend.
If it was a magic nacho bucket, you might have went for it.
Magic nacho bucket.
Like those nacho cheese. I like that movie theater nacho cheese. It's hard to replicate. You gotta let it simmer for so long. Gotta hydrate.
What's the closest theater now? I don't know, what, like 20 minutes away?
Yeah.
It's probably the closest
20-ish.
theater.
Yeah.
It's over in West Virginia, at the mall.
It's 20 minutes as long as one of the signs in Marietta is not falling over and blocking traffic.
Yeah.
What?
The Empire Buffet sign fell. Did you see that?
When?
Well, it was falling and they fixed it.
But they shut
here-
down Pike for a bit.
In the middle of Marietta?
Mhm.
Yep.
Was this recently?
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't
This
see
week.
that.
But yeah, they were talking about like, do we tear it down or we fix it? And apparently they decided to fix it.
Okay.
I was surprised. I thought for sure they'd tear it down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it was when we had that really bad wind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I lost a bunch of trees during that wind.
Gotcha. Happened on Tuesday. Oh, okay. Okay. No, for me, like, trying to choose movies sometimes with, like, the kids. Sometimes I'll go for things that they want to see. Did we see... I'm trying to think of what the last thing I saw with them would have been.
Do they want to see Minecraft?
Leon went and saw Minecraft already. But I think the other ones do want to see it, and we've talked about going to see that movie. But, like, I went with Leon and... I don't know which kids it was, but we saw the Five Nights at Freddy movie when that came out. So usually now I go for the kids
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to watch stuff because I also struggle between I struggle between like, well, if I go see this, I can see this with the kids, or I can be there for the reaction and stuff for it. So sometimes I do it for the kids though. Did Leon make a mess? Wait, a mess of what?
There's things where kids are throwing things at screens during different scenes.
I don't know because I wasn't there. It was him and his buddy, and his buddy's mom took him. So I hope he was good. Don't destroy stuff.
I think that a lot of kids went with the intention of like, you know, we're gonna meme and we're gonna, you know, make fun of this, but the power of the movie theater is that a lot of them realize, man, that was so much fun, you know, because a lot of these kids grew up going to the, you know, not going to the movies because of COVID,
Yeah.
and now they're having like theater experiences again. So I'm happy for that because theater is not doing great.
No. Only Logan says, that's not bad. I used to drive 45 minutes for the biggest IMAX in the world. For IMAX is Columbus?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Columbus.
that's like 2 hours for us.
I think that's the closest IMAX that we
45
have.
minutes wouldn't be too bad.
45 minutes isn't too bad.
Yeah. I mean, hell, when I lived out on the farm, it was 30 minutes anywhere.
45 minutes to a good theater wouldn't be too
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
It's ours is 30 minutes to like a super subpar theater.
Yeah.
It's okay. The one here was like, I think not great, but it was just right here.
It was right here.
And then I think it shut down because one, it also wasn't that great, you know, but it
Ever
was here.
since they got rid of that Star Wars pinball machine, it went downhill.
I don't think that's what did it, Rick. I don't think it is. You want to try 40? There is, I don't know where the closest 40X is. It's probably like,
Ugh.
it's a half a day away for a 40. Is that what I looked for, 40X? And it was down like past Charleston?
Yeah, it was something like
I had to
that.
go to Pennsylvania or Virginia or
Yeah,
something.
would there be one in D.C.?
There's definitely going to be one over in D.C. All right. We can probably get like one more question in. Let me see if I can. I'm just trying to browse through real quick. Don't know what that is. That's a interesting, weird one. That's too long of a discussion. Can't answer that one. There's a hydrate.
I think I did the hydrate already. Well, while you're looking, Joe Blundy did a 20, I believe that is pound super chat over on YouTube. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Message redacted though, so I don't know what he said.
Redacted the message.
I don't know if he did or if it got caught.
Depending on the
Automatically?
content, thank you, or how dare you, Joe.
Can't believe he would do that. All right. All right, we'll go with this one here from Melody, who said, if you were able to get Disney to make one Star Wars project, any genre, any character, any medium, what would you want them to make?
Uh,
I want a Boba Fett movie taking place between episodes 3 and episodes 4
okay.
that stars Daniel Logan.
Okay. That's pretty good.
No more
Like
specifics than that. I just want him involved in like a younger Boba Fett storyline.
Yeah.
In like stories that we haven't gotten to see. I think it can align with like stuff we saw from Solo maybe, or
Sure.
who knows what, but that's what I would love. A Star Wars Zillow Beast horror movie.
I mean, there's 1,000 ways I can answer the question, but right now I'm feeling like a younger Palpatine story, because like when we're introduced to Palpatine, he like makes a move and then becomes the ruler of the Republic, you know? Like the top dog already. I want to see him like when he's not the top dog, when he's not in control, and see him like actually maneuver in ways that could be dangerous and maybe get him in some cool lightsaber fights and show off that angry tornado in live action in a way that I don't think's been realized yet.
Okay.
Maybe something like that.
Sounds cool.
Darth Plagueis played by Nicolas Cage.
Darth Plagueis played by Nicolas Cage. Okay.
Be pretty cool.
I mean, I do like Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anyone I want to be Nicolas Cage. You know what I mean? All right. That's probably our last question for today. We do have a few things that might come up here with bits and donations.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's memes. There's usually memes. There's probably going to be some memes popping up. Jordan Storms resubbed 8 months. Actually, 66 months total. Thank you so much, Jordan Storms.
Thank you.
Dip resubbed for 87 months. It's always fun to catch your streams when you stream early, although sometimes I don't get the notification and I miss them. Hope you all are doing well. Can't wait for all the 10 years of Blind Wave content. Thank you so much, Dip.
Thank you so much. Make sure you're checking out. We're not streaming it, but there's a premiere of Heat Wave in like less than an hour, or an hour and 1 minute.
I love this.
Calvinism. That's good.
Daniel, JPB has resubbed for 17 months. 17 months already. Excited to see if I can make it to WaveCon next year now that there is stuff announced.
Yeah. We hope to see you. Man, that Kentucky Fried Chicken right here thing is so good. I'll never forget that.
I know how to find Kentucky. At least I'm not on this list.
Oh yeah, I know how to find it, but that's
Yeah.
just so good.
They drew little arms on them too.
They did?
They did.
I've never
Missouri
seen it with
arms.
arms before.
Yeah.
Tennessee's got a metallic sheen.
I feel like that makes Tennessee look weird with his arms. I don't know why.
You think he has a knife dick?
I don't know. It just looks weird with arms there.
All right.
Like, yeah, I don't know what that is. I hope this doesn't awaken.
You guys
anything
didn't
in me.
recognize Minnesota?
What? What do you mean Minnesota?
Minnesota, like the shape of it?
When I said that's the hat,
Yeah.
I said that when we were talking about it.
Oh, okay.
At first I said, is that Missouri?
Missouri.
And then
okay.
I was like,
Gotcha.
I'm like, well, that's the chef's hat.
Yeah. I always mess up like North Dakota, South, like all the squares.
Sure. No, the like Pennsylvania and like
Yeah.
that kind of shape a little bit can be tricky, I guess. But no, like Kentucky and West Virginia were my two where I was like,
Gotcha.
from the little picture, I thought it was Virginia or thought it was Kentucky. But yeah, I don't know. His knife dick is weird sitting underneath that chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken right here.
Thank you.
Purple Grace has resubbed for 55 months. Thank you so much, Purple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Biggest resubbed for 75 months. Congratulations on 10 years, guys. Been following since Eric showed Calvin the Red Wedding. Hey, I think I was in that video.
You were in that one. You were backup.
Which I think was my first reaction video. Been here ever since and loved it all. Well, thank you so much, Diggus.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Chilcott, for the raid, and whoever's still here from the raid. I appreciate it. George Hambley resubbed for 52 months. Congrats on 10 years, guys. I'm so hyped for WaveCon. I will be there. It'll be my first time in the U.S. too, which is awesome. Awesome, George.
Thank you.
And that looks like the last one.
We had a super chat over on YouTube. 499 from Riley of the Green Aja. I don't know if you take suggestions, but I post a short clip in the Blind Wave Gaming chat. It's if you blow.
If you blow Astarion up when getting the blood of Lathander in Baldur's Gate 3, I don't know what happens when you blow up Asterion. So I'll check out that, not on the podcast, but I'll check it out right after.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Riley.
Or we should look at it during our next Baldur's Gate stream.
We could.
I've never seen
When
that
is
either.
that? We have to remember that then.
That's next month. So
Next month,
in
okay.
May, not in April.
Gotcha.
But if we can remember that, then it'd be cool to have that with you, me, and Calvin, because I don't know what happens with that situation either. You gonna write it down?
I got my sticky
All right.
notes.
Eric's gonna write it down. So if we don't do it next Baldur's Gate stream, Riley, blame him. Melly says, we will remind you. Remind us. Make sure you remind us. Say, hey, look at the Lathander Blood Asterion blow up. All right, guys. I think it's going to be it for... No, don't blame Aaron, Rookie. I think it's going to be it for stream today. We will be back tomorrow with Schedule 1 at 10 a.m. That's when we start. I might be a little late. I have to figure out what I'm doing with my hair. That sounds weird, but that's what I'm doing. So, otherwise, join us tomorrow. Mess with us. Or help us. But... should be a lot of fun, either way.
And in 58 minutes, we'll be having the first episode of Heatwave.
Join us for Heatwave on Blind Wave channel. There's a premiere. Join us in chat. Talk with us. Should be a lot of fun. How long is stream tomorrow? Tomorrow's stream is going from like 10 to 5.
Long.
So long. It's like what? 7 hours? 6 hours? Somewhere in there. Anyway, that's it. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. See you guys for Heatwave in like an hour.